Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all in another episode of Running With You. And tonight we got to rant about this post I came across. And it's basically on Jim Jones, Fab, Mano, and Dave East podcast. And they was talking about how Fabulous was specifically was talking about how he asked a woman how many other rappers have flown her out. How to go about it covertly. I guess I ain't seen none of this video, so we're gonna go ahead and react to it together. Um, Sometimes when it comes to dating, men don't want to ask women stuff directly, because it might come off as misogynistic or narcissist, all these little buzzwords women like to say, controlling, egotistical. So we gotta act in covert ways, ways around it. So we're gonna go ahead on and see what Fab Lil method to this is. Without further ado, let's go ahead on and get into it. And it ain't gotta apply to just this. Like it could be, for any other type of things that you want to know of.
You asked your girls what rappers flew them out before?
No,
Right. So
I don't even ask.
Who the fuck even
Does
asked
it
that?
matter? Do you
But what
want to
he
know?
said is like when they brag about it.
Yeah, they bragging on it. Or
it's an interesting question, though.
What?
It's an interesting question to know. If you just shot it at them, like you should try it out, man. And just
You
see.
tried that before?
No, I've never tried it. I want to try it now.
So you should try it.
I just want to see what actually comes about of it.
Is that a form? Is that a form of dirty macking?
Nah, just asking like, yo, y'all just sitting there at dinner, and you be like, yo, has a rapper ever flew you out before? You got just hit it with it, right there.
Is that a form of dirty macking?
No, it's just I ain't speaking on who. I'm just asking.
Have you been flown out?
Rappers flew
But how do you bring that up? Just
You gotta do it random right in the while you cutting your chicken and be like, yo, any rappers ever flew you out before?
And like I say, man, when it comes to dating, it ain't just about, okay, this what rappers deal with, on their level, because, they cream of the crop. But, the average guy, they usually want to ask certain questions covertly to figure out what a woman's body count is, who a woman's been dating in the past, as far as, a woman that's kind of in your social circle, but you don't know exactly who she had dealings with. So you kind of ask her covertly. So we're just gonna see what they come up with, but it ain't gotta just be applied to getting flown out. It could just be applied to multiple different things. But that's all I was trying to say.
And just keep eating. That's how you gotta hit.
Like cool as nuts. Who flew you out?
What?
If she named 5, you gotta get up for the
You
table.
been flown out?
Like, give me a second. Give me a second. Three's the limit, goddammit.
Five niggas flew you out?
I'm just saying, if five a nigga had to break out, he must could live with 3. But 5
5 rappers flew you out.
5 rappers.
God.
Damn.
That's
You
fine.
gonna ask who? Are you gonna ask who the rapper is? Who the rappers was?
In the
You can
game.
live your life, baby.
Yeah, but
baby.
no,
That's
man.
just-
Man, would
you need to ask,
would you ask who the rapper was?
at this point, who?
If you
Like,
gonna
that's what I'm
ask how
saying.
many, would you say,
At
all
this
right, who
point-
are they?
Which one of them niggas flew you out?
And one thing about men, bro, men, we like to dominate. We like to conquer. We be in it's a competition when it comes to dating. You want to be the most, well put together when it comes to meeting a woman's needs. And if you come in stepping right, you good. But if you ain't, if you have stepping, you gonna fall behind. And a lot of men, if they see that you dating this caliber of men, it's like, okay, I could understand that. But if you dating this caliber of men, you can't even you don't even want to even be mentioned in that same breath with him. Like, damn, me and him hitting the same caliber of woman, so it's like an ego thing when it come to men. Cause a certain name probably will be like, damn, it get real tricky, though. It get real tricky because me personally, if I was in the industry, I would try to get me a girl that nobody had. You know, a lot of dudes, they get with a girl and they be like, oh, well, he had her, I had her too, you know, and I feel like I'm of his type of status. I feel like I'm his type of stature because we hitting the same caliber of women. Now, don't get it twisted. All these rappers and athletes, they're not hitting these 10 out of 10 bad women. Sometimes they're hitting the average woman that you could come across. And the thing is, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. For whatever reason, that average woman probably caught his attention that night. And he probably was feeling her that night. And one thing led to another, and they got busy. But you know, a man, they kind of want to know who it was a lot of times instead of the number of it was when they get serious with a girl and they start liking a girl as well, you know, because if they start liking you, they don't want to do thinking, oh, I hit his girl, he don't even know it. They want to just be able to know, just to have that sense of comfort, like, okay, yeah, I already know, you know, you ain't even got to speak on it. It's just the simple fact that you in the room with this same man and he, you know, dapping you off or whatever, and he just probably be thinking like, oh, he don't even know it. But the whole time you know it because your girl done told you. You know, that brings a sense of comfort to a man.
Five. I gotta know a couple of them. Tell me 3 of them.
Who did that?
What's the T, bitch? Like, for real, like, who did that?
Next dinner date, I'm definitely asking. Next dinner date.
Yo, that's crazy.
Wow.
Stay tuned next episode.
Who flew you out is a crazy question to ask at dinner.
Who flew you out?
I just want to know.
You been flown out?
So, but that question for you, by the way.
But
I just want to know.
But the question is,
Between
does that change things as far as how you value that woman or look
if you was trying to marry him?
5 of them, he's out of there, so that changes everything.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking.
Now, see, they basically get into what I was just saying. You know, does it change things? Depending on those names, it might change if you actually feeling this girl. Now, if you just trying to hit, you know, you ain't gonna too much be caring. But it might change if you actually feeling this girl, you know. Because if you actually feeling this girl, a dude that you can't stand, if he hit her, and on top of that, he probably carry himself in the wrong way, you're gonna get turned off by her. And a lot of women can't understand that, and they be like, oh well, it was in the past, it was in the past, it was in the past. What they got to do with now? It got a lot to do with now, because the people, the company you keep says a lot about you, and your sexual history says a lot about you. If you just dealing with the bottom of the barrel men, that says a lot about you and how you carry yourself. But if you dating, you know, dudes who got themselves, you know, put together, not always out there in the media, like, it's a difference between a woman dating a guy like Michael B. Jordan, who, you know, kind of reserved, classy, don't have his business out there, but a woman dating Blueface, who just, you know, degrade every woman that he ever date, you know, and on top of that, telling all their business, you know, what's they call it? What they call it, man, when it comes to sex, you know, don't kiss and tell. You're never supposed to kiss and tell, but Blueface, he just go out and just let everybody know, oh yeah, we fucked, you know, and who would want to take a woman like that serious? But that's all I was talking about when it comes to that type of thing. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Is this a childish tactic? Like, shouldn't you care about this type of stuff at all, whether you like a woman or not? And let me know if you ever had this type of experience happen to you, and was it a positive thing or was it a negative thing and it turned you all the way off? Let me know down in the comment section below. Till next time, I'm out.